Aloha everybody, and welcome to Beachwalks with Rocks. Today is show number 42, and you can find us at beachwalks.tv. So welcome all of you video bloggers. For my regular listeners, this week is official video blogging week, and there's a whole group of video bloggers who are going to produce a show a day for 7 days in a row. So those of you that check in with Beachwalks on a regular basis know that we've been doing a show every day for today is the 42nd day. So really excited about that. And the theme of the blogging week is dangerous. Do things dangerous. And that's an interesting concept for me. Doing something dangerous would be going swimming in our still dirty water from all the rains and the flooding. And I'm not going to do that. But I thought I would introduce this concept that I refer to now and then. Hey. This is my dog Lexi, by the way. She's not afraid of the water. Trying to keep her out, but not doing too good of a job. Anyway, I really use this concept of the number one and the number two in my life. So today I'm going to talk about the basics of that. The number one is my functional adult. My number two is what some people call the inner child, or my past legacy, or basically the kind of neurotic, weak, scared person that lives inside of me. And I try to manage her as best I can. So it's an interesting discussion, I think, from the point of view of the number one, what is dangerous, versus from the number two, what is dangerous. You ready? Over here, Lex, not in the water. Over here. To the number one, the only things that truly are dangerous are things that are life-threatening. And if it literally isn't life-threatening, then it isn't dangerous. It's just hard or irritating or difficult, but it isn't dangerous. But to the number two, oh man, especially me being a fear-based person, everything is dangerous. My number two, she just thinks the world is so unsafe that one, I have to be constantly on guard. Two, I can't do things outside of the norm. I have to always look good. I have to always be smart. I always have to have a shining, happy face on. I always, that's the watchword, you know, that life is dangerous to a weak, powerless person who feels that she's dependent on the goodwill of other people in order to survive. And certainly when we are children, we are dependent on the goodwill of other people to survive. But as adults, I mean, even basically by the age of 10 or 11 years old, you're capable of surviving on your own. By age 10, you know where to get food, you know how to use the telephone, you know how to contact other people, you know how to survive. Not that you'd want to have to survive on your own, but you literally could. And I find it really helpful to make that distinction on a regular basis. It's just like people are afraid of getting in elevators, right? Because they feel that that's a life-threatening experience. The elevator shaft, over here, could break. Now, it certainly could, but it's not very likely that it will. And so in most cases, that's more of the number two who's making up a story about that being dangerous. So nonetheless, in the spirit of the show this week, I wanted to do something dangerous. And so I'm out in the full sun, first day in very many days when we have not hardly a cloud on the horizon. And I'm not wearing sunscreen. Some of you may have watched a show of mine many shows ago. I was doing a headstand on the beach, and this guy walked up out of the blue from nowhere and started talking to me. He later on, off camera, gave me a whole rant on the dangers of wearing sunscreen, that in fact using sunscreen causes cancer, not the opposite. We've been taught that sunscreen keeps us from getting cancer. So this opened my mind to something I had not realized. I'm doing research on that. But anyway, it's morning sun. It's before 9 o'clock. So the sun is more gentle now. And that's my act of danger for the day. Thanks so much for joining me. If you'd like to Skype me on the conch shell, you can call Roxanne Darling, Skype at Roxanne Darling, or you can call me and leave an audio comment at 949-544-1456. Thanks so much for joining me, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Hello.